Namaskar. We have the biggest transit of our lifetime and also the biggest opportunity of our lifetime taking place on March 29th. That's the day, early morning first, we have a major solar eclipse. We haven't seen that kind of eclipse since 1962. I made a separate video on that, specifically for solar eclipse on March 29th. Solar eclipse also means Amavasya, the new moon. So sun and moon are together. It's a very, very sensitive period, but extremely powerful in terms of spiritual awakening. Because on solar eclipse, on any eclipse, sun, moon and earth, the body, mind and soul, they're all aligned in the same direction. So after the eclipse, after a few hours of that eclipse, Saturn, Shani Maharaj, will join all of these rest of 5 planets in the sign of Pisces. So we'll have 6 major planets on that same day, March 29th, in Pisces. That day will mark the head-on collision of Saturn and Rahu. In fact, Saturn and Rahu have been coming towards each other for a while now. And I've been saying we will see some storms, some flooding that's been going on. So this will even be more intense. And the exact conjunction of Saturn and Rahu will be on April 21st. So we have to be very careful during this month of April. So Saturn will be in the sign of Pisces. That means it's the energy of Saturn and Jupiter combined, because Jupiter is the ruler of Pisces. So that means it's a combination of Dharma and Karma, because Jupiter represents Dharma and Saturn is the planet of Karma. So literally it's a massive combination, alignment of Dharma and Karma. So we'll find clarity on our path. We'll discover who we are, our true purpose, what is our Dharma, and then how we can align our career, our profession, our work on those lines. So it's a awakening. We can align our lives based on our purpose. And so that's the combination of Saturn and Jupiter for the rest of 2 years and 3 months. Now, this last happened when Saturn was in Sagittarius. That was about 6 years ago. So this is a powerful opportunity for us to align our Dharma and Karma. Now also, this will also include the energy of Rahu, because for the first 2 months until end of May, Rahu will also be in Pisces. So it's literally Saturn and Pisces in the sign of Jupiter. And then after May, Rahu will actually transition to Aquarius. So again, then because Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, so Rahu will be giving its energy to Saturn. So literally we'll have this unusual combination of Saturn, Jupiter and Rahu for a while, for at least until November 2026. So first of all, what does this mean? Specifically Saturn and Jupiter, wherever they have the combined aspect, that is one of the Bhrigu Nadi principles. Whenever Saturn and Jupiter are making a combined transit, combined aspect, or they have this combined energy, things will manifest related to that house. So we'll see wherever Pisces is in your chart. We'll look at all of the 12 rising signs. So that's very, very powerful. Now, because Rahu will join them as well, so that will add the element of unconventionality. So we'll have the alignment of Dharma and Karma, but in a very unconventional way. And we will manifest things through hard work and discipline, because that's what Saturn does. So if you feel stuck and if you want clarity on your purpose, on your strengths and all areas of life, you can be your own astrologer. You can join our course, Find Your Purpose, and you can see the link in the description below and register and join the course. With this transit, another major thing or shift that's happening will be the change in Shani Sati. So for people who have moon in Aries, for them Shani Sati is beginning. So this will mark, March 29th will mark the beginning of Shani Sati for people with moon in Aries. And for people with moon in Capricorn, this will mark the end of Shani Sati. That's a major shift for Capricorn and Aries. I'll have a separate video on that. So which signs are getting impacted? Of course, the Aquarius and Pisces continue to have Shani Sati, but in a very different flavor. So watch that video on Shani Sati, specifically for these 4 signs. So let's look at all of the 12 rising signs. Again, the Lagna. So we're looking at the Lagna, how this transit, Saturn in the sign of Pisces from 29th of March 2025 through 3rd of June 2027, how this may impact you. First of all, Aries rising, Aries Lagna, Aries ascendant. For Aries people, Saturn will be in your 12th house. So in the 12th house, you have a combination of Saturn and Jupiter and Rahu. A really powerful energy activating your moksha trikona, because we always look at the trinal aspect of all planets in Bhrigunadinadi. So sitting in the 12th house, it will activate your 4th house, 8th house and 12th house. That means moksha trikona means that's the houses of liberation. Moksha is liberation, freedom, detachment. So first of all, in the 12th house, this will give you a lot of opportunity to awaken your subconscious mind. Talk to your ancestors, get guidance, blessings from your ancestors. Do past life regression. You'll have a lot of contact or business in foreign countries, projects from foreign countries, foreign travel. Go on a pilgrimage, perfect time for that. Enroll in a course, study Jyotish. And then also that will activate the 4th house and the 8th house. So 4th house is our inner happiness. So this combination of dharma and karma, which is Jupiter and Saturn together, energy of Saturn and Jupiter together in your 4th house will activate your inner happiness. You'll discover what ultimately makes you happy. At the same time, 8th house means all the esoteric wisdom. You'll learn a lot of deep secrets of the universe. This is ideal time for, especially for Aries rising, to study Jyotish or study any other esoteric subjects, past life regression, as I said, hypnotherapy, or just deep meditation. Okay, so because this will bring a lot of change, transformation for you. 8th house is impacted as well. But huge focus on your 12th house. So go on a retreat, go to an ashram. Give donations. That's another powerful remedy. And from the 12th house, Saturn will also aspect your 6th house. So 6th house means hard work, means also a better daily routine, dinacharya. Focus on your volunteer services, helping other people. And this will also solidify, give you more opportunities in your job, in your profession. That is the 6th house. And Saturn's aspect on the 6th house will also help you pay off any loans and debts or any money you have taken from other people. So this is a powerful transit, activating all the houses. In fact, it's activating your trik houses, especially the 6th house, 8th house and 12th house, all the difficult houses that we see. But this Saturn-Jupiter combination, very powerful to give you blessings and positive results for all these 3 houses. So that's for the sign of Aries. Next is Taurus rising, Taurus Lagna, Taurus ascendant. For Taurus, Saturn is going to be in your 11th house in the sign of Pisces from March 29th this year until June 2027. So this will activate your Kama Trikona, the 3rd house, the 7th house and the 11th house. As I mentioned in the intro section, wherever Saturn and Jupiter have combined aspect or energy, they manifest things. So you will have your 11th house completely activated. You'll have more financial gains, more friends, more presence on social media, networking, and also this will help you fulfill your desires. But what's happening is, because this is the combination of dharma and karma, so you will discover what is truly your needs versus wants. You'll have a clear distinction between your needs and your wants. So your desires will be more sattvic, more dharmic. Otherwise, there'll be trouble. Because Saturn's aspect on your Kama Trikona will actually restrict your Kama, that is your enjoyment. Because it will align that in the spiritual direction, that is Dharma. Now, because there is also energy of Rahu in the 11th house, that's because Rahu will be transiting through Aquarius, that gives energy to the dispositor. So that's really good for social media presence, reaching out to the masses and unconventional ways of solving the problems of humanity. So also incorporating unconventional ways to lift up your Kama Trikona. So 3rd house, communication, marketing, networking, all of that fantastic. Go and meet people. Short distance travels, that's 3rd house. 7th house is your partnerships. This will build very solid foundations in your one-on-one relationship with other people. So go deeper, discover who you are, discover what, your relationship compatibility. That's the 7th house. So Saturn plus Jupiter in the energy in the 7th house will bring you solid foundation, solid partnerships. Okay, so and to discover first, to get into any partnerships, you have to first know yourself. So for that, discover your purpose. That's the whole idea of this Saturn's transit in the sign of Pisces. You can join our courses or through other means, deep meditation, discover who you are and your strengths and your weaknesses. So that's very, very important. So that's what's happening for Taurus, and also all the other things related to the third house and the seventh house. Great time for you to these 2 years and 3 months. Amazing time to learn some new skills, do things with your hands and with your siblings. So younger siblings and older siblings, you'll have positive results, blessings, and better connection, better relationship with these people in your life. This will also activate your fifth house because there will be seventh aspect of Saturn on the fifth house. So you will have more stable, more spiritual, and more long-term relationship with your romantic partner if you're in one. And also this will impact your children. So good things will happen in their lives. So some blessings, some positive things, some solid results you'll see related to the fifth house, which is one of the main things is your children. And then also fifth house is all your creativity. So you'll actually create a lot of new things, new projects that will be long lasting. That will be for your life. So these are the blessings of Saturn in the sign of Pisces, but you'll do all these things in an unconventional manner because Rahu's energy is also there. So that's for the sign of Taurus. Next is Gemini rising, Gemini Lagna. For Gemini rising sign, Saturn will be entering your 10th house in the sign of Pisces. So literally that's the sign or the house of career, profession. And so now we have this Dharma and Karma energy, combination of Dharma and Karma, because Dharma because of Jupiter's energy in Pisces, and then Karma is the Saturn. So this is the period, literally among all the 12 signs, Gemini is the one that will feel this power to align the biggest opportunities for you to align your Dharma and Karma, to find your purpose, to find your strengths, and then use those to work in an area that is aligned with your higher purpose. So instead of just doing a job for money or paying bills, you will find your purpose, your true calling, your strengths, the skills you've learned in the past lives already. Those you'll apply and then figure out a career, a path on those lines. So literally this is the best opportunity for you to find your purpose. And then you may do that in unconventional ways because Rahu's energy is also there in your 10th house. So a complete transformation, change, and awakening in terms of your career, your profession. You may change jobs, you may change career completely in a different line possibly. So this is activating your Artha Trikona, that is 2nd house, 6th house, and 10th house. So finances, resources, your accumulated wealth, your job, your profession, your business, all of that will go have a huge transformation. You'll align your wealth more on the spiritual lines. You'll start making money that is 100% ethical if you haven't been doing that already. And this will also align your value system, that is the 2nd house. Your 6th house is your health also. You'll be more focused on having a good health routine and also focusing on your energy on working hard to have a good health. So the definition of Artha, which means the resources, the money, the finances, all of that will change for you with this transit. And from 10th house, Saturn is also aspecting your 4th house, that is the 7th aspect. And so there will be a balance between your home and work, in the sense you will actually align what is your inner happiness, that's 4th house, and so what kind of work, what kind of profession, what kind of job or business gives you inner happiness. That's the balance, that's the awakening, that's the blessing of this major transit for you for the next 2 years and 3 months. So absolutely fantastic opportunity for you to really work on your passion. Next is Cancer rising, Cancer Lagna, Cancer ascendant. For Cancer, we have Saturn is going to be in your 9th house in the sign of Pisces. So 9th house is your house of Dharma. It's one of the Dharma Trikona houses. So your Dharma Trikona is going to be activated. That means your 1st house, your 5th house, your 9th house will have the aspect of Saturn. So you'll have the energy of Saturn and Jupiter combined, that is Dharma and Karma together, activating your Dharma Trikona. So that literally means, 9th house means your spiritual path. So you'll discover your true spiritual path, your awakening, and you may actually become a teacher or a guru yourself. That's Saturn and Jupiter combination in the 9th house. So you'll be sharing your wisdom with other people, and you may do higher studies. You'll spend a lot of time at the temples or church, or you may spend a lot of time with your sangha or discussions with your gurus or with your children or with your students also. So 5th house, 9th house, both are activated. So you'll have lots and lots of spiritual discussions and maybe pilgrimage, long distance travel with your Sangha, with your students or with your children also. A fantastic period to bring more spiritual wisdom in your life. And this is complete your own personality development, your own spiritual awakening. Phoenix rising, almost, it's the 1st house is having the energy of Saturn and Jupiter together, and also Rahu's energy is there in the 9th house as well. So in an unconventional way, in a very powerful manner, Rahu, everything that Rahu does is on a big scale. So this will be a huge transformation in your spiritual beliefs, in your spiritual path. It doesn't mean that you'll completely change your belief system. If you're already on a path, this will mean that this will solidify. But you'll discover if you're on the right path or not. This is the for Cancer rising, that's the key phrase. This transit will show you if you're on the right path, if you go deeper. So focus on deep spirituality, learning, Swadhyaya, studying and discussing things with other people. Completely activate and you could do that with your father also, that's 9th house, or with your children, that's the 5th house, or just with yourself, that is the 1st house. So you'll discover the blessings and the power of Dharma. What is your purpose? This is literally for you, Cancer rising. And then at the same time, from the 9th house, Saturn is also aspecting your 3rd house. That will activate your skills with your hands, communication, networking, short distance travels, all those. You'll have huge blessings in those areas as well. So make use of this powerful energy. And then, of course, Saturn will be affecting other houses also. But these are the major. So your Dharma Trikona, the 1st, 5th, and 9th are activated, and your 3rd house. At least those will be activated in a big way. But of course, 9th house is the most impacted house. So your Dharma is getting activated through this transit. Then we have Leo rising. This is the period of complete transformation for you, because Saturn will be in your 8th house, literally the house of change and transformation. You may experience sudden changes, absolutely, like where did this come from? So spiritual awakening, that's 8th house. Deep esoteric sciences, perfect time to enroll in some Jyotish course, learn some Jyotish. Deep esoteric science, any could be like energy healing, hypnotherapy. But also you may get a huge inheritance. Saturn-Jupiter combination, wherever it happens, that you manifest things related to that house. So this is happening in your 8th house. You may get inheritance or money from other people or shared resources, but also spiritual transformation. And then also, this is impacting your Moksha Trikona because of the trinal aspect. In Bhrigu Nadi, we always look at the trinal aspect. So sitting in the 8th house, Saturn's energy, Saturn and Jupiter together will be activating your 4th house, 8th house, and 12th house. So your, massive spiritual awakening. 4th house is your inner happiness. You'll have more understanding of what makes you happy. 12th house is connection with the foreigners, foreign people, but also subconscious mind, connection with the ancestors. So yoga nidra, lucid dreaming, all those are going to be fantastic for you. But the main focus is on the 8th house, which literally means 8th house is like the bottom of the ocean. It's like the sign of Scorpio. So the pearls of wisdom you'll discover at the base of the ocean. So go deep, don't be afraid, because Rahu's energy is also there now. And whenever Rahu has impact on the 8th house, that makes you a fearless explorer in terms of spiritual sciences. So maybe tantric wisdom or very deep esoteric sciences. Be fearless. Discover yourself, your true connection with the universe. That's the whole idea of this major transit. So, and from 8th house, Saturn will also aspect your 2nd house. Okay, so 2nd house means your wealth and your speech and the food. So all those things will also have huge blessings. So you'll see improvement in your financial resources, also accumulated wealth. And this is a good time for you to be a speaker. 2nd house is getting activated. And then also adopt more sattvic diet, more, better eating habits. That's the 2nd house. So overall, your Moksha Trikona getting activated and your 2nd house, and there are a couple other houses, but these are the major ones that are being impacted by this transit. Next is Virgo rising. For Virgo, Saturn will be transiting through your 7th house in the sign of Pisces. This will be from March of this year until June 2027. So this is the energy of Saturn and Jupiter together in your 7th house. That means dharma and karma. And this will help you understand your one-on-one partnerships. So if you're married, you'll discover a much stronger bond with your partner. If you're looking to get married, this will manifest. Big chances that you will get married during this transit. And same thing with your business partnerships. This is the time to set up solid, stable, partnerships in business that are based on a spiritual foundation. It's a dharma and karma, the planets of dharma and karma coming together, giving you results. You'll manifest things related to the 7th house. Beyond that, also your whole of Kama Trikona getting activated. That's the 3rd house, 7th house, 11th house. So your desires will get fulfilled, but the desires will also become more spiritual. There'll be distinction between wants and needs. And then great for communication, social media, helping the humanity. That's the 11th house. And also your connection with your siblings will improve. You'll learn a lot of skills with your hands, short distance travels, networking, and also the 11th house is the income. So your income will improve. That's the income coming in on a monthly basis. And then also from the 7th house, of course, Saturn aspects your Lagna, your 1st house. So this is your complete transformation, your change. So Saturn will be aspecting your 1st house. That means it's giving you a long-term perspective. You'll have a plan, a strategy of what you want to do with your life. That's what this transit is all about. Because of dharma and karma combination, it's helping us discover our purpose. And if it's having a direct aspect on your 1st house, that means literally your personality, who you are, and also better focus on your health. Your health will improve, your immunity, your self-confidence, all of those things. So this is not like a short transit. This is the stable energy, the stable gaze of Saturn, along with the energy of Jupiter and Rahu, because Rahu's energy is also there, at least until November 2026. So you'll do these things in a very unconventional manner. So you may have unconventional partnerships or unconventional ways of doing things related to the 3rd house, 11th house, and discovering your personality as well through unconventional ways. So that's the transit of Saturn in the sign of Pisces for Virgo rising. Next we have Libra rising, Libra Lagna, Libra ascendant. For Libra, this transit Saturn will be in your 6th house in the sign of Pisces from March this year until June 2027. So Saturn will activate your 6th house because the planets of dharma and karma, which is Jupiter and Saturn, are having combined energy, combined impact on your 6th house because it's the sign of Pisces. And so first of all, this will improve your health. This will improve you will actually pay off loans. So this is a good time to just pay off loans or debts. This also take care of any enemies. Saturn will give you strength to fight with the enemies, both external and internal. Your 6th house is going to be massive energy there. Plus, 6th house is your job, any job that you do for other people. So that will improve. You'll have a lot more opportunities, but also you'll have more strategic success, strategic projects, and you'll plan your long-term view of your job. So all those blessings will be there, and at the same time, so this will activate your Artha Trikona because of the trinal aspect of Saturn. In Bhrigu Nandinadi, there's always a trinal aspect. So your 2nd house, 6th house, 10th house, all are activated. So the focus is on money and career and job. So basically, how to align your profession and your finances with your higher purpose. Discover who you are, your strengths and weaknesses, and do the SWOT analysis that I do in my courses. And then, so those will be aligned with your actual purpose, the reason you're here. So with Saturn and Jupiter energy together, that means you will align both your career and your finances because that's the 2nd house. Accumulated wealth is the 2nd house. So this is the Artha Trikona, all the resources, accumulated wealth. All of that will have a huge impact towards making it more spiritual foundation for earning money, for accumulating wealth, for doing your job, your business. All of that will have a huge impact. Also from the 6th house, Saturn will have a direct aspect on your 12th house. You'll have more opportunities from foreign countries, maybe foreign travel. Also awakening of your subconscious mind. And it's also a good time to go on a retreat. So the 12th house is getting activated as well, but the biggest impact is on your 6th house. And now this also has the energy of Rahu because Rahu is will be in Aquarius most of this time. It'll be giving energy of Saturn. So you have that power additional strength of Rahu to fight with the enemies. That's the 6th house, both internal and external. So really a powerful time to awaken, to get the blessings in so many of your houses because of this massive transit. Next we have the sign of Scorpio, Scorpio rising, Scorpio Lagna, Scorpio ascendant. So for Scorpio, the Saturn will be in the sign of Pisces in your 5th house. So your 5th house is completely activated. That's the energy of Saturn and Jupiter together, the Dharma and Karma together in the 5th house that will manifest things. Wherever Saturn and Jupiter have a combined energy, you manifest things related to that house. That's the combined aspect, the rule of Brihguna Dinari. So 5th house means a really good time for your children. In their lives, a lot of improvements. Your connection with your children will improve, or your romantic partnership will improve, or your creative skills. You'll have lots of creative skills. Your creativity, and maybe even speculative investments. This is not financial advice, but still the energy will be there to give you that kind of decision-making capabilities. At the same time, so your Dharma Trikona is getting activated. That means 1st house, 5th house, and 9th house. So yourself, you will be discovering yourself. And the 9th house is your gurus, your Dharma, your Sangha, long distance pilgrimage. All of those will have huge blessings. So you will literally, you may have lots of students and you may become a guru, or you may be having a lot of association with enlightened gurus during this time. So lots of opportunities to learn, to grow yourself, and focus on your dharma. Discover your dharma, basically. Discover your purpose. That is because your Dharma Trikona literally is getting activated. From the 5th house, Saturn is also having an aspect on your 11th house. That means better for financial income, for connection with a lot of people, social media, connection with your older siblings, and then also 11th house is the fulfillment of desires. So Saturn, Shani Maharaj will help you, achieve desires, but also there'll be distinction between wants and needs. So the desires will be more spiritual, but this will help you achieve a lot of your desires. Then we have Sagittarius rising, Dhanu Lagna. So for Sagittarius, Saturn will be in your 4th house in the sign of Pisces. So this will activate your Moksha Trikona again. Saturn in the sign of Pisces means it's the energy of Saturn and Jupiter together. So it's the Dharma and Karma. So that means you will discover your inner happiness, your heart chakra, that is the 4th house. Saturn and Jupiter energy there means you will literally turn your home into a sanctuary. And then you'll also discover, maybe better relationship with your mother, or these changes will also happen in the life of your mom. So if she's still alive. So the Moksha Trikona active means the 4th house, 8th house, and 12th house will have the blessings of Saturn, positive energy of Saturn, because the combination of Saturn and Jupiter. So 8th house is all the hidden esoteric wisdom, 12th house is the subconscious mind, past life, connection with ancestors, lucid dreaming, all of that. So this is the real spiritual awakening for you, with a focus on inner happiness. So basically whatever you do now during this is a long transit until June 2027, starting next week. That is starting March 29th. So whatever you're doing in life during these 2.5 years, try to figure out, is this something that will give me long-term happiness or not? So this is the period to discover essentially what makes you happy. So a lot of soul searching, maybe spending time alone, but also with your family members, rediscover this connection at a very, very deep spiritual level. And from the 4th house, Saturn will also be aspecting your 10th house. That means your career will be aligned more towards your spiritual path as well. So your purpose and your career will be aligned. So this is the time to figure out what is your purpose, what's your strength, what are your weaknesses, do the SWOT analysis, but your 4th house awakening. And then of course, other things related to 4th house, like better for real estate, maybe buying some vehicles, maybe renovation in your home, changing home. So especially Saturn in the 4th house may actually, you may change residence. Those things will happen, but overall lots of blessings related to the Moksha Trikona and your 10th house. Now also this has the energy of Rahu. That means you'll do these things in unconventional ways. And there'll be a lot of this urgency or change or sort of dissatisfaction also among the these three moksha trikona. That means you will achieve a lot of things, but still you may have this energy of discontent. You won't be content actually. So you'll try to achieve more and more and more, but stay grounded. So do lots of pranayam, lots of oleation, that Saturn Rahu energy together, and then but spend time at your home. Try to stay grounded. Huge blessings for the sign of Sagittarius. Next is Capricorn rising, Makar Lagna, Capricorn first house. Saturn will be in your third house in the sign of Pisces from March 29th to 2025 through 3rd of June 2027. So this is the energy of Saturn and Jupiter in your third house. Jupiter because it's the sign of Pisces. So it's the combination of dharma and karma. So Jupiter and Saturn together, wherever the energy is, that will manifest things. So third house is completely getting activated. And that will also trigger your Kama Trikona. So 3rd, 7th and 11th because of the trinal aspect in Bhrigunandinadi. So fulfillment of desires, but only sattvic desires. Great for communication, networking, marketing, social media, reaching out to people, both reaching out to masses on social media, but also reaching out to people through short distance travels, like meeting people one-on-one. And then learning some new skills, especially with your hands. Better connection with your siblings, better connection with your partner, with your spouse, and also with your business partner. That's all the Kama Trikona is getting activated. Now this also has energy of Rahu. That means you'll do these things in an unconventional way. But Rahu energy in the third house will give you strength in dealing with the obstacles, challenges on a day-to-day basis. Okay, and then from the third house, Saturn also has a ninth aspect. So your house of dharma, that is the ninth house, getting activated through the combined energy of Saturn and Jupiter. So this is spiritual awakening, literally. Although Kama Trikona getting activated, so a lot of fulfillment of desires and wishes and needs and wants, but also ninth house will get blessings. So you will discover your true spiritual path. So this is powerful time, and also this is important because, especially important because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So we're talking about the Lagna Lord. So the Lagna Lord in the third house absolutely getting activated with the blessings of Jupiter, but also expansion of Rahu's energy there. So that's the transit for Capricorn rising. Next is Aquarius rising. Absolutely, life-changing experience for Aquarius rising, because Saturn, your Lagna Lord, is going to be in the second house in the sign of Pisces, having the energy of Jupiter. So you will manifest things related to the second house, and also the Artha Trikona getting activated through the trinal aspect. So second house, 6th house, 10th house getting the blessings. So that means your resources, family wealth, accumulated wealth, your job, your profession, your career, your business, all of that is 6th and 10th house. And your connection with the family also will improve, Kutumba. And your speech will be activated. This is the period to be a powerful speaker. Your words will actually come from a very deep space. You won't even realize, how powerful your speech is. So utilize your speech. At the same time, take better care of your health. This will improve your health, in fact, because 6th house is getting the positive blessings of Saturn and Jupiter together, that energy. Good time to pay off loans, deal with the enemies. But also from the second house, Saturn will be aspecting your 8th house, so there may be change and transformation, maybe possibility of getting inheritance. So possibility of getting inheritance, but also managing other people's money. So finance is the big theme. And you will align your finances, your money, your wealth, accumulated resources with your purpose more on the spiritual line. So dharma and karma aligning, giving you financial abundance, wealth, resources that are coming from a good spiritual source. So that's the transit for Aquarius rising. So next is Pisces rising. So Pisces, of course, this is taking place in your Lagna. So Saturn has been in your 12th house for a while. Now it'll be in your Lagna. So things will manifest related to your Lagna. That is the energy of Saturn and Jupiter together in the first house. So overall, huge blessing for the whole chart. Whenever first house gets the strength, the whole chart gets strong. So personality development, self-confidence, discovering who you are. That is the biggest blessing for Pisces rising. You will discover who you are, your purpose, your strengths, your weaknesses also. Better for health, because first house is our overall health as well, immunity, and this will activate your Dharma Trikona. So from first house, Saturn is aspecting your 5th house and 9th house as well. So the Dharma will be the focus. You'll discover your true purpose, your dharma, better opportunities for your children, good opportunities for your father also, ninth house. But for you also, gaining higher wisdom, that's the ninth house, spending more time with your gurus, learning from the gurus, or you yourself may become a guru. Same thing with your children and also with your romantic partnerships if you're in one. So this will improve all those areas. But also from the first house, Saturn is having an aspect on your seventh house. So your one-on-one partnerships with your spouse or with your business partners will improve. So there won't be any like superficial partnerships anymore. They all will be on a very spiritual, solid, long-term foundation. So that's the big transit. Now also there's energy of Rahu here while Saturn is in Pisces, because Rahu itself will be in Aquarius and that's ruled by Saturn. So Rahu is sending the energy to Saturn. So that means Rahu's energy in the first house means there'll be, sort of this energy of a maverick. So you'll do things in a very swift manner, unconventional manner. You'll be a different person after this transit. Those are the massive major shifts awaiting you for this, as I said, transit of a lifetime. This is opportunity of a lifetime for all of us, especially Pisces rising, because it's taking place in your Lagna. So if you feel stuck and if you want clarity on your purpose, on your strengths and all areas of life, you can be your own astrologer. You can join our course, Find Your Purpose, and you can see the link in the description below and register and join the course.